Trust is key in any strong relationship, and that includes your dog. Even the most loving dog owners can accidentally break that trust. That's why today we'll go over common habits and misconceptions so you can avoid them and keep your dog's trust. 1. Negative experience. All right, let's talk about something super important. How dogs connect commands and their names with different experiences. Ever notice how sometimes your dog comes running excitedly when you call, but other times they seem hesitant? It's all about what they think will happen next. Dogs are really smart and learn patterns fast. When you call your dog, they don't just hear their name, they remember what usually happens next. If calling them usually means treats, playtime, or cuddles, they'll come running happily. But if it sometimes means things they don't like, such as a bath or a trip to the vet, they hesitate before coming to you. Imagine this. You're in the kitchen, and you call your dog Milo, come here. Milo rushes in, tail wagging, expecting a treat or some belly rubs. Now let's change it up. If you call Milo the same way but then take him straight to the bath or the vet, he'll start linking his name with something he doesn't like. Next time you call, Milo might peek around the corner with a look that says, is this going to be fun or not? So how do we keep our dogs happily responding to us? Here are some tips. Mix it up. Don't always call your dog for the same reason. If you sometimes call them for fun things and sometimes for not so fun things, mix it up. Call them for a treat, a game of fetch, or just some loving pets. This way, they'll always come to you with good things. Keep it positive. Use a cheerful tone when calling your dog. Dogs respond to your tone of voice, so keep it upbeat and happy. Think of it like calling a friend over for a fun chat, not like you're about to tell them some bad news. 2. Overly corrective. Let's talk about one of the most common mistakes dog owners make. Being overly corrective. Our dogs aren't little humans. They have their own ways of thinking and behaving. Dogs see the world differently than we do. While we might think certain behaviors are naughty or annoying, dogs usually have a reason behind their actions. For example, digging in the garden. To us, it's a mess. To them, it is a fun way to find hidden treasures, or even a way to cool down. Imagine you just planted some beautiful flowers, and you catch your dog, Milo, happily digging them up. Your first reaction might be to scold him, but let's take a step back. Milo isn't trying to ruin your hard work. He just thinks he's helping you by hunting for critters, or creating a cool spot to lie down. It's like when a toddler helps you clean up but ends up making more of a mess. They have good intentions, even if the result isn't what you hoped for. Instead of punishing your dog for doing what comes naturally to them, try redirecting their behavior to something more acceptable. First, figure out why your dog is engaging in the behavior. Are they bored, seeking attention, or just being a dog? Second, if your dog loves to dig, give them a designated digging spot or sandbox where they can go wild. Show them where it's okay to dig and praise them when they use it. It's like giving a child a specific corner to play with their toys instead of letting them spread out all over the living room. And lastly, keep them engaged. Sometimes dogs dig or act out because they're bored. Make sure your dog has plenty of toys, regular exercise, and mental stimulation to keep them occupied. Think of it like giving a kid activities to keep them busy and out of trouble. 3. Forced interactions. All right, let's talk about something that you might overlook. The importance of personal space. Just like us, dogs need their own space, and forcing them into uncomfortable situations can really shake their trust in you. Dogs have their own comfort zones. Some dogs love meeting new people and pets, while others are shy and need time to get comfortable. Pushing a dog into social situations before they're ready is very stressful for them. It's like being at a party where you don't know anyone, and someone keeps pushing you to talk to strangers. It's awkward and uncomfortable. Imagine you're at the dog park with Milo. He's happily sniffing around, but then a big, energetic dog runs over. Milo looks nervous, but you tell him to go say hi. Instead of being excited, Milo feels overwhelmed and scared. This forced interaction can make him afraid of other dogs in the future. It's like someone pushing you to talk to a loud, overly enthusiastic person when you just want to relax in the corner. So how can you help your dog feel more comfortable in social situations? First, pay attention to how your dog reacts around new people or pets. Are they relaxed and curious, or tense and trying to hide? This will give you clues about their comfort level. Think of it like reading the room at a party. You can tell if someone is comfortable or not by their body language. Second, use a safe word to let your dog know it's okay, and that you're there to protect them. For example, if your dog gets nervous around new dogs, say a calm, reassuring word like safe, and give him a treat. This helps him link new experiences with good things. It's like a friend at a party, giving you a reassuring nod to let you know it's all good. And lastly, reward your dog for calm behavior around new people and pets. Treats, praise, and gentle petting help reinforce positive interactions. It's like getting a high five when you bravely start a conversation with someone new. 4. Breaking promises. Let's talk about something that's important for keeping your dog's trust. Sticking to a routine. Dogs love predictability. It makes them feel secure and helps them understand what's coming next. Dogs thrive on routine. They love knowing that after breakfast comes a walk, or that playtime happens every afternoon. This predictability helps them feel secure and understand their world better. When their routine is suddenly changed, it throws them off and makes them feel uneasy. It's like if your favorite TV show changed its time slot without warning. You'd be confused and annoyed. So how can you keep your dog's routine consistent and handle those unavoidable changes? First, try to keep feeding times, walks, and play sessions at the same times each day. Dogs don't know how to read clocks, but they have a great sense of timing based on daily activities. It's like having a regular morning routine for yourself. It sets the tone for the day. Second, prepare for changes. Life happens, and sometimes routines need to change. If you know you'll miss a regular walk or playtime, try to make up for it in advance. For example, if you have an early meeting, take your dog for a quick walk the night before, or plan a fun activity later in the day. It's like rescheduling plans with a friend to keep your social life balanced. And lastly, talk to your dog even if it feels a bit silly. Use a calm and reassuring tone to explain the change. Dogs might not understand the words, but they pick up on your tone and intent. It's like explaining to a child why plans have changed. It helps them feel more secure. 5. Ignoring your dog. All right, let's dive into another crucial way you lose your dog's trust. Ignoring their communication. Dogs have their own special way of telling us how they feel, and if we don't pay attention, it can lead to misunderstandings. Dogs can't speak our language, but they sure have a lot to say. They use their body language to communicate, and it's our job to understand what they're trying to tell us. Some common signs that a dog is uncomfortable include yawning, lip licking, turning their head away, or even showing the whites of their eyes, also known as whale eye. These are known as calming signals. Let's say you're having a family gathering, and there's a lot of noise and people. Milo starts yawning and licking his lips. You might think he's just tired or hungry, but actually, he's telling you he's feeling overwhelmed. If you miss these signals and keep pushing him to interact with everyone, Milo might get more stressed and even start to avoid social situations in the future. 6. Unpredictable handling. Let's talk about another common way you can lose your dog's trust. Unpredictable handling. Dogs, just like us, like to know what's coming before we start touching them. Sudden physical interactions can really shock them and make them feel uneasy. Imagine you're sitting on the couch, minding your own business, and someone suddenly grabs you from behind for a hug. It's startling, right? Dogs feel the same way when we suddenly pick them up or hug them without warning. These unexpected interactions make them feel anxious and scared, especially when they're relaxing. Let's say Milo is relaxing on his favorite spot on the couch, enjoying some downtime. Suddenly you scoop him up for a big hug. Sure, Milo must stiffen up, try to wriggle free or even growl. It's not that he doesn't love you. He's just startled. It's like if you were taking a nap and someone suddenly lifted you out of bed. Even if it's someone you love, it's still jarring. So how can we handle our dogs in a way that keeps them feeling comfortable? First, before picking up your dog, call their name softly and wait for them to come to you. Show some sign of acknowledgement, like wagging their tail or looking at you. It's like asking a friend if they want a hug rather than just assuming. Second, when you need to handle your dog, use slow, gentle movements. Avoid sudden grabs or quick movements that can startle them. Think of it like gently waking someone up, instead of shaking them awake. And lastly, make physical interactions enjoyable by giving treats or praise. If your dog learns that being picked up always leads to something good, he'll feel more comfortable. It's like giving someone a compliment every time you hug them. They'll start to connect the hug with positive feelings. 7. Not enough socialization. Let's talk about a crucial part of your dog's life: socialization. Socialization isn't just about making your dog friendly. It's about helping them feel confident and comfortable in different situations. Well-socialized dogs are happier, more relaxed, and easier to handle. Socialization means exposing your dog to different experiences, like meeting new people, animals, and visiting various places. This helps them learn to stay calm and confident in new situations. It's similar to how kids need to see different places and meet new people to grow up confident and well-adjusted. A well-socialized dog is less likely to be scared, anxious, or aggressive. Imagine you have a dog named Milo who's never been exposed to anything outside his home and immediate family. One day, you decide to take him to a busy park. Milo is overwhelmed by the noise, the number of people, and the unfamiliar smells. He might start barking, pulling on the leash, or trying to hide. This reaction comes from a place of fear and uncertainty, because he wasn't gradually introduced to these new experiences. So, how can you ensure your dog gets the socialization they need? Start early, but it's never too late. If you have a puppy, start socialization early. However, if you have an older dog, don't worry. It's never too late to start. Just take it slow and be patient. New walking routes. One of the easiest ways to socialize your dog is by taking different walking routes. This exposes them to new sights, sounds, and smells. If you usually walk around the same block, try a different street or a local park. It's like taking a different route to work. You notice new things and it keeps life interesting. Meeting new people and dogs. Introduce your dog to new people and other dogs slowly. Begin with calm, friendly dogs and people who know how to approach dogs gently. Set up playdates or meet with friends who have well-behaved pets. Controlled environments. Start socializing your dog in calm places before trying busier ones. For instance, take your dog to a quiet park first. Then later try a busy farmer's market. Slowly introducing more activity helps your dog build confidence step by step. 8. Misinterpreting play for aggression. Let's clear up a common misunderstanding. Confusing playful behavior with aggression. Dogs love to play, and sometimes their play can seem wild, or even scary if you don't know what to look for. When dogs play, they show behaviors that seem aggressive but are actually just fun. They might growl, bark, chase, and wrestle. The main difference between play and aggression is in the situation and their body language. During play, dogs have relaxed bodies, wagging tails, and look excited. Aggression, on the other hand, involves stiff bodies, direct staring, and tense movements. Let's say you're playing tug-of-war with Milo, and he starts growling. In the context of play, this growling is playful. It's Milo's way of getting into the game. His body is loose, his tail is wagging, and he's clearly enjoying himself. Now imagine Milo is faced with a strange dog in the park. If he growls with a stiff body, raised hackles, the fur along his back, and direct eye contact, that's a sign of real aggression. Understanding these contexts helps you know when to intervene and when to let Milo have his fun. So how can you encourage healthy play and avoid misunderstandings? First, get familiar with the signs of playful behavior and aggressive behavior. Play often includes bouncy movements, play bows, where the dog lowers their front legs and keeps their back end up, and a relaxed. It's like knowing the difference between friendly teasing and an actual argument with a friend. Second, when your dog plays with new friends, watch their interactions closely. If the play gets too rough or one dog seems uncomfortable, step in. It's like watching kids at a playground. Having fun is important, but safety comes first. And lastly, regularly introduce your dog to different dogs and play styles. This helps them learn how to interact properly with other dogs. A well-socialized dog is better at understanding social signals and playing nicely. It's like teaching a child to share and play well with others. Thanks so much for watching. If you've ever wondered why your dog stares at you, check out our next video. We'll see you there.